All right, hello everybody. Welcome to VR Master League here on Channel 1. I'm Palidore, and this is OCE, and that is PAMWOW. You can't see him, but I can hear him. In fact, I can hear me in his mic. But how's it going, Pam?
Yeah, it's good. I can see me, and I'm looking fine. If only you guys could see me. I'm looking very excited, actually, looking at my reflection now. Dragon Slayers heading up against Invictus. These two teams actually not have played against each other yet as of this season, as of any season. So, always excited to see these first games against new matchups.
Yeah, my first look this season at OCE, and I know, shame on me. I've barely been able to cast as of recently, but as I was telling Pam just before we went live here, I am feeling alive. I'm feeling good. Getting more of these casts in with one of my favorite casting partners ever in the history of ever.
Oh, thank you. And if anyone wants to know a bit of the behind-scenes actions here, as Echo Arena says, Palidore definitely putting in a lot of work behind the scenes. So if any of you are wondering, hey, where's the Palidore cast? Well, he's definitely putting in more work aside from casting, but he's here. So what a good way to get back into the season here, the opening of the season. So glad to be here for this one.
Yeah, this is like we talk about work and play. This is my play. It's this is the fun part of all of this for sure. Getting to stream and cast and just see all these teams here back again. Obviously, good to see a lot of the familiarity again, season to season here in OCE. Still yet growing every season, Pam, and so happy even whether I'm here on the stream or in behind the scene. Everything is just still booming. It seems like.
Yeah, well, speaking of growing, I mean, a lot of these players that are making up these teams that we see here, I mean, Dragon Slayers, as well as later in the future game between Cadmon and Divinity, I mean, these teams are made up of a lot of new players that are joining us within the recent seasons here. So always a lot of raw, unexpected talent that could just boom out of nowhere. Like you said, it's constantly growing. So a lot to look forward to within these games here.
Absolutely. And a lot to look forward to in the Twitch chat as well. I see, again, consistent every season, but I always see the activity and the support there from the OCE community, especially. I know we have global audience at this point, but it's good to see once more, even at this time of day, night, etc. We still have a lot of people coming in to support. It's great.
Yeah, and what's also great is I believe the teams are readying themselves up here, so we'll be heading off into this initial joust here. Dragon Slayers heading up against Invictus. If you weren't here earlier, these two teams not played against each other as of yet, so always interesting to see who's going to come out on top here. And let's just see. I'm not sure if a prediction poll had been released. I think I was blind for a second there, but hopefully you got those predictions in, ladies and gents.
Yeah, they had the poll and has the goals saved cabbage record. Not too shabby way to start there as it goes off into the other end.
Yep, and oh my goodness, the disc's nearly making its way into the goals there. That could have been an insanely strong start there for Invictus from the save to the immediate turnaround. However, Largo Draken by the Pac-Man, the cut in, barely missing the teammate there.
Yeah, and for those tuning in also, you might hear, or might see 1080p on the streams for the moment. Giving that a little try, and giving that a try. That is a great make, and did it in 35 seconds after some back and forth. Vibe and egg. That's a nice one.
Yeah, definitely a vibe indeed. I mean, Dragon Slayers, they went for the early shot, Invictus with the save, the turnaround, but Dragon Slayers able to find that clear through that left tunnel and just re-grab, follow up, and find those points there.
All right, now jousting out here, Largo Dragon into the midfield. Largo getting stunned, however. Vibenegg just made that 3, doing some dubs and trying to get one here as drives in. Has the angle, but right off the dome. Cabbage record. My cabbage is, well, not my goal. Back into the other end. Vibenegg with a recovery.
If you want to know how to make me laugh during the cast, it's an Avatar reference. Thank you very much, Palidore. Oh, behind the goal, Millsy was waiting for that pass and found the snipe behind the goal. Great placement there from Team Dragon Slayers.
You're also welcome. Very, very welcome. When it comes to puns, that's my angle. That was the worst one yet.
Okay.
The worst one of all.
You sucker at puns, dude.
Aww. Oh yeah, I forgot that was your avatar for the longest time. True.
With that said, though, the re-grabs from Invictus, the save steal from Sharo. Shara HL putting that clear to the mid side, and Duck Z able to quickly grab onto that one, sending it back to Cabbage. And Cabbage now holding onto that disc, making his way around the side, the pass underneath the goals. Here comes Largo, the cross back to the right, barely missing the teammate.
Yeah, and right idea, just couldn't convert. And welcome Breezebo to the chat. This is real life. This is VRML. This is OCE just as well. They have Millsy up top, looking to get the 3 and the mill 3. 8-0.
Wow. Talk about a strong start here for Dragon Slayers. 7 minutes, 27 seconds remaining on the timer here. It feels like it actually has only just begun here, ladies and gentlemen. Already, Dragon Slayers starting out very strong here. Invictus just not really in it within the opening half of this first round, but let's just see if they can change things up here with this Joust advantage.
Yeah, over to Largo Dragon now, so trying to jump, and Dusty at the same time. Justy? I don't know, but they're adjusting for a dunk, but dings off the post.
Oh my goodness. Largo Dragon able to recycle that disc, trying to send it back down towards D-Foot, I believe. It bouncing down towards Duck Z, able to reclaim the possession. It will be Duck Z now sending it over towards under the shield, and the passes just aren't really working for Invictus in the opening half here. And Dragon Slayers, they will find a clear, and when it isn't intercepted that clear from Dragon Slayers, they will almost always follow up on that. But here comes a pass. Oh, Shara with the save and clearing it once again.
All right, back into the blue zone. That was some great defense. See if they can turn it to a 3. Their shot attempt, maybe no. Cabbage Wrecker back on the defense as well as D-Foot, and that's out of there. So maybe an opportunity now for them to get some goals. Oh, no. That would have been something, but it's still a 2, and that's something.
That is something. Could have been more than something, but it's definitely something. 2 points to start off Invictus here. Maybe the shot that they need here to carry themselves back into this first round. But talk about a re-grab to deny those points from Dragon Slayers. Invictus came back quick to those goals there and found that stun and found that follow-up clear.
And now following up with this Joust, Vibeneg retrieving Millsy, taking a boost, a short-range boost there into the bottom of the floor now. The defense diving out, but unfortunately leaving Viben alone, but could not convert on a shot, so back to Smeechy.
Yeah, definitely a close shot indeed there from Viben as he wrapped around that pole. Another close shot there, just too much to the right. And it will be Invictus with the defensive hold down now, trying to turn it over here. The stun's getting held back at the goals there and allowing Dragon Slayers to quickly get back to that disc. However, here come the re-grab stacks from Invictus, and Cabbage Rector, he wrecked them with 2 points.
Someone go call the director, but yeah, found the right angle on that one. And now maybe starting to find their fire, Nation.
Okay. Okay. I said you'll make me laugh every time you bring one of those up. I can't just say, hey, there's a pun. I'm going to have to laugh each time you put one of those in. Avatar, big part of my childhood. Millsy with the disc. Yeah, it is definitely goated. Here comes off the backboard, Vibeneg avoiding 2 members of Invictus there while simultaneously getting those 2 points. All
right. Well. If I do recall here now, let me just verify. This is, thus far, this is a bit of an upset, isn't it? At least rank-wise. I mean, Invictus, the familiar team here, the familiar name. But yeah, just piling on some great points here on Dragon Slayers. They've shown up to play.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm always kind of looking out for a match like this. I mean, when there are 2 teams that haven't really played against each other, I'm always expecting something that's going to come out of the blue. And, well, coming out from the blue is Duck Z, taking another 2 points for the blue side, Invictus.
Yeah, just taking that opportunity.
Okay, there it is again. You definitely wrote a bunch of these before. There's no way you're coming up with these ones on the spot.
I mean, defined on the spot. If you mean, did I come up with it 30 seconds ago? Yes.
Okay, there it is. Right. Well, honestly, that's still good enough for me. Unfortunately, not good enough for the 3 there. Invictus still trying to recover the disc. It will be Millsy with the clear.
All right, and apparently Killen's Blaine there. I'm sorry, I'll make it disappear like David Blaine. It'll be magic. That said, it misses, and that's tragic. But a rebound and same results, a ding, and then just missing on that fling. I'm sorry, are the rhymes better than the puns? It's one or the other, but anyways.
I feel like they're both they're both in equal power of each other. So just keep them coming as Largo keeps the shots. Yeah, keeps the shots coming with those 2 points. 8-10 now. Invictus catching up. They're not really happy with that first half.
Yeah, that was a hot one. 18 meters a second. I thought that was a definite 19. It came out with some fury, but hey, it's a 2-point game. So just like that, we talk about the potential upsets in play, but you cannot count out Invictus here. They've made it far, last season, and just impressing. And here, the same way with these teams, trying to do just make their name known against the known commodity. But you just got to know, you can't count Invictus out. They're going to try and make another play there. Just losing the handles. Tough miss.
Yeah, definitely was aiming for the lower side of the goals there, I believe. Just missing out on the shot there, but still able to recover it. Oh my goodness, was that off the head of Sharo?
Yeah, they dinged it again as well. We've seen like 3 of those at least here, it seems like, the last few minutes. Just a lot of narrow misses. So unfortunate errors. Oh, but defeats! But defeats. It is going to be a goal. 4-point lead.
Yeah, D-Foot definitely found the save there. Sharo did not let go of that play there, however, charging onto the goalie, grabbing the disc, and always one of the worst things to experience as a goalkeeper. You find the save, all the glory in your hands, just quickly find the clear. Oh, nope, too late. Dragon Slayers finding those 2 points, a 4-point lead here. Also, super quick shout out to Quentin, Grumpiest Bruin there, Aliosia, and Rowdy Artifact by the by. Thanks for joining here late, and Haza. Is that the Haza, or is this a different Haza? You know the one. Is this 2017 Haza? Anyways, back to the game. Sorry. No, Haza. I usually call him Haza. That's kind of like the Aussie slang on it. But here comes a bit of a slang from Invictus. Kind of slaying those goals there. Duck Z for 2 points, catching up. A 2-point difference now.
Okay, so that threw me off. This is that wasn't your Twitch name last. This is just Haza. The duh threw me off, but I know a couple Hazas, and you're one of them.
You're one of them.
All right, well, guess what? They're 1 up on the goals with 1 minute left, Pam. This is coming down to the wire now. Everything that happens here is so crucial.
Yeah, well, I believe that in the opening half of this round, Invictus definitely were kind of rusty with those passes, making their way into the bubble with those cutoffs. But I feel like they have kind of a work in here in the later half of this round. So now here comes Vibeneg off the backboard to take a stronger lead here, and 4 points might do it for the first round.
Yeah. What a round it's been. I mean, we'll see. A fast joust here could still do the trick, but nonetheless, it's looking really bleak for Invictus and Dragon Slayers. They have absolutely arrived here today. I mean, I wasn't super familiar with them before, with all these players. Certainly am now.
Oh, if they made that pass there, Invictus, I think they might have had an opportunity. Still a bit of an opportunity here. They're going to have to act quick here off the backboard. The save from Sharo denying the takeaway from the first round. And Dragon Slayers will be taking away the first round as they find that final clear here. But yeah, as you said, what a back and forth game we've had here against these 2 new teams heading up against each other. Now, not new teams, 2 teams heading up against each other for the first time. New to each other, is what I meant.
Yeah.
But heading into this second round here, I feel like Invictus definitely have awoken from that first round. But, still up in the air for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. A high-scoring affair for sure, but the excitement was not lacking at any point in that match. That was definitely one to watch, and second round will be just the same. So we bring the stats up here by Ignite VR.gg, by the way. Always got to give our thanks to them, especially because I just saw on the casters channel on our end, Franz making some more updates that will be some pretty nice quality of life changes. So just when I think Ignite and Franz can't get any better with Spark, they keep doing it. So thank you to them, just on that note.
Yeah, I've also heard as of recently that there might be a scrim, a little bit of a scrim between Leviathan and Ignite. So always waiting on the results between these scrims between Leviathan and any of the NA teams. They're always so interesting to hear the results from.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely keep you guys posted on the turnabouts about that one.
Will be interesting. I know wouldn't be the first, right? As we talked about a little bit, but I know there's been. That's one of the things I do like too, is the fact that Ignite or Joker in previous seasons, they're not shy from scrimming across multiple oceans, not just OCE, but I know on the EU end as well, they've done some of those scrims. It's kind of cool to see. Definitely looking forward to the day that we get to have those global lands, though, to hopefully see all these teams from our 3 regions of VRML play and just see how they stack up.
Yeah, 100%. And now stacking up his Dragon Slayers across from Invictus here. The setup, the cut in. Oh, just missing the teammate there. And it will be Rummy, I believe, with the clear through the right side of the map here. And the regrabs from Dragon Slayers immediately on top of that disc here, trying to send that one back to the goals.
And will actually bounce right into Largo Dragon. All 4 players were still there, so maybe rush that one just a little bit. And this round, the start of this round, I should say, will be very telling, I think, because perhaps for Invictus, maybe not quite expecting that turnout. We're rocked a little bit, but let's see if they could now stabilize, or we'll just see more of the same. A big shot here, and I do mean a big shot, even though it's the first one, to reaffirm that, hey, they are here, and they are going to blitz you if you aren't careful.
Yeah, but something you also have to be careful about is how Invictus definitely won't let it go by without a fight. I mean, it was an 8-point lead in that first round, 8-0 for Dragon Slayers. But then out of nowhere, Invictus brought it back to a 2-point difference. So you definitely got to take caution with teams like Invictus. However, Dragon Slayer is definitely doing so well within this match, taking that strong lead within the opening half of each round here. They close to finding a second one if that disc bounced a bit higher, but the regrab follow-up on that rebound might be Smeechy getting stunned out.
Largo just slipping by and getting stunned, actually, but the stack meeting the disc right above. So nice preparation there from the stack to meet it. They lose it a little bit, but they're doing a great job here on Invictus to keep collection of their stacks, at least for those first opportunities, but then they lose it again. So the execution here really needing to get a little bit cleaner. You see they're prepped with the back passes and now positioning out. A lot of defense coming in and just bothering them midair.
Yeah, and I think bothering is one of the most important things that you can do in this game. Just adding that pressure to disrupt some of those passes. As long as you're able to create one small mistake and follow up on it, you'll definitely find those points, as Invictus definitely do well with the passes that time around, evening up the scores.
And a tie, which they will be very happy to see after some chaotic attempts at that and so much cluster in the mid-air. I mean, even when they were trying for those back passes and the triangle passes, because it was done while they were moving in mid-air, it made it all the more tough. And that is credit to the Dragon Slayers there for putting that pressure on and not letting them get those easy, does-it anchor passes.
Yeah, 100%. And here comes the clear now from Invictus, trying to follow up on it. Largo Dragon, a one-on-one situation here with the goalie. We'll wait for the teammate here, creeping up for the cut-in behind the goals, trying to find the stun. Sharrow with a block and actually stunning the offender here. However, Rummy from behind getting stunned out himself. Now Millsy trying to grab a slap on that one. That disc bouncing off the Pac-Man here. It will be Cabbage sending it towards the left shoulder. Will be Duxie. Now the cut in by Largo. And what a pass there for Invictus. What a point there for Invictus.
Yeah, great score. They take the lead, and they'll be even happier to see that now after that, the last 14 minutes of action. Shout out real quick, Rocktor. I see your name, and I see it's lacking a VIP badge, which means some random Rock is currently VIP on Channel 1 and not you. Huh. Oh. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, back to the match.
Noted for later. Here comes the slap. Oh my goodness, that ding off the left side of the post, but Duxie trying to follow up on it. Barely missing the goals again. Invictus just not really lucky with these shots here today. Quite a few dings on their side of things, but here come the regrab follow-up off that close shot. Another ding there. Millsy unable to secure it, but however, we'll be vibing it, trying to send it back towards Millsy for the redemption off the top of the post, bouncing in.
Yeah, the redemption right as they went dead. Red dead. That said, 4-4.
Wow. I mean, just taking a look at the chat here, just definitely a lot of hype in the chat for this game. And I mean, I'm definitely feeling it myself here, but it's always great to take a look at the chat and just seeing the screaming about things like regrabs and everything. Definitely a lot of hype for this match. Such a close match indeed, 4-4.
Yeah, and Cabbage Record, they're trying to finally find some of their rhythm. They are, at the very least, holding Dragons here into lower output on the scoring sheet. They are positioning well. I mean, it's just, again, the execution on some of these we saw in round one. Some of those, the dings, right, where they had a lot of good attempts, but just narrow misses. We see some of the passes just mishandled a little bit. That's the big difference maker, especially because if you add all those ones up, it could have been a whole different last round. But the execution from Dragon has just been beautiful, basically.
Yep. And Darkseid doing very well there with a stun on the offensive player here. And it will be Invictus with the possession in the end of the day. Here come the regrab follow-ups potentially. The 1-on-2. The regrabs are too much pressure for you. And here come the points from Lago Dragon, 6-4.
All right, so now they take a lead again. So you can tell they kind of got punched in the face a little bit that first round. They got an unexpected push coming forward from the Dragon Slayers. I guess, again, I don't know if these teams have scrimmed or anything. They may very well have. But just in terms of, obviously, the fan polls there on the channel page and the ranks-wise, you would not expect this kind of showing. But I am so happy to see it, because it's a sign of competition, and a healthy one at that. Vibe and Egg. Eggs are healthy, right?
Yeah. I mean, if they're giving you shots like that, then I'd eat an egg a day. I mean, tying up the scores yet again here, Dragon Slayers and Invictus 6-6 with 3 minutes and 48 on the timer here. Invictus with this joust advantage, so looking to, you know, take a stronger lead here in the later half of this round. But as you said, a lot of emphasis on the unexpected part of these games, especially with teams that haven't really played against each other in the official VRML scene. I feel like in scrims and, you know, official games definitely take a different toll on these teams here. I mean, so I'm interested to figure out, however, after this one, if these teams have scrimmed against each other, because, as you said, a lot of unexpected plays in terms of, you know, ladder position and ranks, and you know, in general, Invictus being in the league for quite a long time in comparison to Dragon Slayers. So yeah, a lot of unexpected stuff happening this evening.
And the stacks coming in, trying to take them off guard, unexpected if they can. The goal was open, but they had trouble wrangling the disc at first. They'll still have the numbers, but a ding, great dive coming out from Ducks. An important dive, recognizing that the angle was tough and not giving the receiver any time to do anything productive with the disc. They loose it out into the orange zone. There's the stacks to recover. Now maybe an open goal on this end. The handle there from Cabbage, but a ding again. And another one of those that'll just add up and kill you by the end of it.
Yeah, 100%. However, they still are able to recover that disc here. So now above on the ceiling does see Rummy on the bottom of the shield. Might go for the pass. No, going for the pass behind to Cabbage. And they are able to recover that disc now behind. Once again, unable to find that pass. But here comes the wraparound from Duck C. He literally winded his arm. It looked like a 180 there to find those 2 points. But those are definitely some points that Invictus need here.
Yeah, tremendous job by Ducks to just salvage that play, because it was getting frantic, and they were just right on the verge of losing that out potentially into another one of those clear-way plays going to Dragon Slayers. And being able to salvage that, important, especially with less than 2 minutes left. A dive there, though. Oh, just missing the dive. Romeo trying to make up for it, and a ding now on this end of the floor. So we've seen some of these narrow misses going to and fro and not quite into the goal, and we know each one of these are crucial with less than 2 remaining in this second round.
Yeah, in Dragon Slayers have taken away the first round here, so they are looking for these follow-up. On this second one, however, Invictus trying to deny that one, so here comes the reset from Dragon Slayers. Now here is when the plays really need to happen here. 1 minute and 24 remaining on the timer. The clear through the mid side, that bounce is just going to work brilliantly for them. Taking his time with the pass here, I would have gone immediately for the shield pass there, but a lot of pressure there from Invictus, so I can understand the different approach. Here comes Cabbage Wrecker with the clear through the right tunnel here, and Invictus might be able to place a third round dinging.
Oh my goodness, so many close ones. The heart is just wrenching, and the heart is racing, no doubt, as these teams just race to capture one more goal potentially to tie this up. Let's see. They could even maybe make a 3 out of it, but no, the defense addressing, and now they are finding a tie. And that is indeed a crucial goal. Could we be seeing an OT, Pam?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like Invictus, this is what we were mentioning earlier. Invictus will not let go, no matter how strong of a start that you gain towards them. They will not let go throughout the entirety of the match. So, I mean, still enough time here to carry it straight towards a third round here. I mean, Dragon Slayers, however, I mean, getting cut off, actually. Lago Dragon now with the disc might send it over to Duck Z on the left boot, and here comes the pass. The play potentially, the self-goal bounce off Sharrow.
Wow! Oh, what an ending there! And that is gonna be a 3 round that is coming up next off the dome.
Wow, what a turn of events here for Invictus. Starting off with Dragon Slayers, you know, they started very strong within that first round here. And they actually did start off, taking those first 2 points within this second one as well. However, Invictus not letting go at all within these 2 rounds here. So with that said, we will be heading off into the third round relatively soon. Taking a look at the chat here. Let's go, Woos everywhere in the chat. And also 50 bits there from Default. Really appreciate that one, mate. Thank you very much. And yeah, you can see the stats popping up on the screen there. Such a close match indeed, just based off the stats that you can see.
Yeah, excitement in the air for sure. And again, the stats there, courtesy of IgniteVR.gg. They're filling it up. I mean, this is see, I haven't casted much, like I said, this season as of yet, but already tonight I've gotten a couple of 3-rounders in my 3 casts I've done. So this is good. This is good. I feel like I'm turning around that caster's jinx of sorts. I'm just getting good matches on the ones that I do take. So thank you to the teams, if nothing else.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I remember before the VRML season actually started for the Oceanic region, I was definitely in need of some shaping up as well. That's why we actually did host a cold season. It was like a 3v3 tournament here, and that was great practice. It was also great fun. So definitely appreciate a lot of the community here in the OCA region, in the community in general for VRML. So yeah, huge shout out to everyone in the Twitch chat there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So welcome to it, everyone. Glad you guys are here and glad to be here. They'll be glad to see a 3, but that just bounces waywards into the midst of Largo. Largo sends it clear, and that's going to bounce close to that goal, just awaiting the retrieval. But you see everyone just buzzing down the floor and zipping back into it. Millsy.
Yep, and a decent clear there from Dragon Slayers. Definitely close to the goals there. However, the regrabs able to follow up on that one. Invictus finding that clear through the left, tunneled above the trap. A lot of action here in the top left side of things. Yeah, a bit of a cluster, back and forth action. Really, Lager Dragon. Missing the disc, I'm not sure what just happened there. I felt like it did definitely have the possession, but kind of bounced back there off the wall, unfortunately. So now still fighting for that possession. Invictus and Dragon Slayers, both teams very hungry for this third round.
Yeah, a little too much strength in that pass. And sails below the feet. That could have been a dangerous play. But that said, a few slaps and Vibe and Egg taking a crack at it, and we'll sling it to the midfield where Romeo looks to retrieve, but actually outside the grasp. And you hate it when that happens sometimes. You think it's right within your reach, you anchor down, but then it doesn't work out.
Yep. But working out, however, Lager Dragon with that save after that reset. I believe it was from Rummy, not from Rummy, Cabbage Wrecker, I believe. Anyway, regardless, a save indeed. So Invictus still trying to push that disc through the mid side. However, with that pressure from Dragon Slayers, these passes and these clears just aren't really working out for them. However, finally a clear making its way through the mid side. Answered immediately by Vibe and Egg, clearing it back through the mid side. So much back and forth clears here within this third and final round.
Just an incredible amount of steals and interceptions. That said, the pass on the cross. You saw the intention, just not the results. Rebound, though, from Cabbage. They're going to go at it again here. They have positioned 2 players on the floor, one over at that left post, and now backing it out, just trying to gauge the situation. But the communication not quite there. Might not matter. Yes, it does. It's taken out by Vibe and Egg, and big play there here in the still scoreless third decisive round.
Yeah, I mean, in comparison to the first 2 rounds, we had Dragon Slayers opening up immediately with those 2 points. So now an unanswered first 3 minutes, almost. We might have a change here, potentially. Invictus unable to secure it. Dragon Slayers holding down so well in the defensive region, stunning out any players that get too close to the goals there. And, pressuring any pass from Invictus. However, they're not letting go just yet. Lager Dragon getting stunned out here. Vibe and Egg unable to intercept that slap from Rummy. And the slap from Rummy will set up Duck Z for the opening 2 points of the third round.
That whole brawl on the sideline was a cluster duck, but Duck Z just watching from that barrier. It was almost comical because I had the camera over on the side, but I was looking at Ducks over on the nest with a hand up, just waiting. Eventually that disc is going to get to me, and I'm going to score. And sure enough, it worked out.
Yeah, 100% setting yourself up for the teams, just not getting involved in that cluster and just providing options, because at the end of the day, providing that one calm and collected option might be the difference between a few points and, a few back and forth clears. So with that said, Invictus now, with those 2 points, the finally opening up the round with some points here. That disc not going to really work for those regrabs there. However, will work for Rummy on his lonesome. Here comes the cut in potentially from Duxie getting stunned out, and it will be Smeech with the clear.
I'm pretty impressed here by Vibenig and just the defense and the positioning, the awareness, a lot of smart plays coming out, but just as well a shot going out and going down into the goal. Cabbage Wrecker. They are 4 uncontested now in round 3.
Yeah, difficult goal to save in that circumstance. I feel like whenever I would be in the goals and I see that player crawling up on that left or right shoulder, my hands are always going to be up, just like we saw there with Dragon Slayers. But it's just when that disc goes right in the middle of your chest or right below, it's just so difficult to have that reaction speed. Not impossible, but definitely difficult to catch a save for that one. So we'll be Invictus now with a 4-point lead with 5 minutes 30 on the timer.
Now, a lot of stuns as well in the midfield, really delaying things for both teams there as Largo does get the disc and hands it off to Dux. And up top, it's Millsy diving out, but getting stunned. Romeo now, recovery, tough angle. Actually, the pass, never mind the right angle. It's 6-0, Romeo to Dux. Is it Duxie? Is it Duxie? I always flip-flop between the two, you know?
No. Well, Dux Z, I think is used to it by now. If you're going to have a name with that one, standing out letter afterwards, you got to expect that people are going to say both.
I do say both.
Yeah, well, 100. Well, I mean, I don't blame you. As long as you're not saying PAMWOW, I think we'll be okay.
Well, now I am.
Okay.
In a minute, though. Will be Millsy over to midfield to Smeechy. Smeechy eyeing it up, a sideways shot, trying to sidewind it and look for maybe an easier opportunity, but alas, not meant to be. Back to the midfield. Largo Dragon having it stolen as well. Again, one of those pileups that has been one of the staples of this match, is those midfield pileups, it seems like.
Yep, and chat almost immediately against me with that PAMWOW in the chat. So honestly, gonna have to alt tab from the chat here as Dark Z, taking another strong lead here for Invictus. I mean, we saw it in the first round in the opposite side of things. Dragon Slayers had that 8-0 lead in the first round, and now Invictus kind of turning the tables almost immediately within this third round. So I feel like Invictus definitely taking a stronger hold within the opening half of this third round, and Dragon Slayers looking to return.
Ooh, and the headbutt joust. Now, it's one of those situations where the headbutt joust as that nearly goes in. Pulling it out that early, it's almost one of those white flag type of things when you see it. Team gets scored on 2, 3, 4 times in a row, and then you see a headbutt joust. If you're the other team, you know that you have them where you want them a lot of times when you see that. 10-0 certainly speaks to that volume.
Yeah, well, a lot of the time you'll see the headbutt joust come in when you know that the other team does have that pressure with the regrabs on that joust advantage. But the thing is, Invictus haven't really been pressuring that joust advantage, so it is surprising to see that headbutt joust come out there. But with that said, Duck Z in the right tunnel, sending that disc over towards the bubble here. A one-on-one situation. Largo unable to get it as Sharo is able to find the slap back towards Pac-Man, and Millsy with the possession now, trying to find the clear. If they want to find an overtime potentially or a win, Dragon Slayers definitely need to find these points right now, as Largo Dragon is able to secure that possession and send it to the right tunnel.
Yeah, and I think this is where you're seeing some of that veterancy here coming in from Invictus, and now being in the deep end of things and deep into the goal. I mean, it was an outnumbered situation. There was not going to be much hope there. 12 points uncontested, and as I said, Pam, this is where, when you get to the thick of things, when you get deep into a third round, this is where you see the teams who've maybe been together a bit longer and starting to pull away after otherwise has been an incredibly impressive effort here from Dragon Slayers in those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, well, completely agree with what you're saying here. This is definitely when, the team chemistry definitely does play a big part in, because, I mean, we saw the passes. Oh my goodness, what a pass there from Invictus, waiting. Duck Z, as you mentioned earlier, Duck Z is just waiting there for that pass, and with no pressure on him from Dragon Slayers, that's just an easy 3 points for Invictus. So an incredibly strong lead here for Invictus, but just also wanted to quickly add, I mean, we saw Invictus since the beginning of this game setting up passes across the bubble of Dragon Slayers, and although in the beginning, within the first round, the passes weren't really working out for them, it's that consistency, and Vibeneg not really happy with those 3 points here, scoring a few of his own, but you know, it's that consistency that carries out through these rounds that will definitely pay off in the end, as Invictus definitely are looking to take away this third one.
A pretty decent rollout on that last one. I also want to point out there, quickly done off a headbutt joust successfully. But yeah, at this point, it's really about just scoring some last points and trying to keep the margins close. Of course, it does matter a tad in the MMRs and such, the differential. But just playing for the pride at this point. And you know what? Honestly, for Dragon Slayers, as they may have another shot opportunity there, they do have a lot of points of pride, I think, to take away from, especially those first 2 rounds. Nothing else. Just go back to the VODs and check out Twitch chat and such. There's a lot of surprise, but I mean they were playing pretty well. So I think there's some good points to review for them after this is over.
Yeah, definitely playing very well here. The follow-up from Invictus dinging off again. They might be able to find a few points here, trying to get those threes. Another ding. They're just taking their time with this one. Very comfortable with their lead here, 15-2. But yeah, as you said, I think one thing that I could potentially take away from this one is just how important it is to, you know, be marking players constantly. I feel like maybe dedicating a player 2 extra to that cluster of aggression for that possession. I feel like maybe even just saying, hey, we've got players that are open on Invictus, like, you know, Duck Z waiting on the shield there. Maybe we've got to dedicate one person to marking, as you'll see in a lot of the, you know, professional games here in VRML. So, you know, with that said, it will be the match going over to Invictus after quite a back and forth match here, actually. But Invictus just ending the game really strong here within the 3rd round.
Yeah, and strong is right. Again, I think the veterancy from these teams, the veteranship, you just saw it more and more as the time started draining down. More and more you saw Invictus starting to hit those passes they were missing earlier on, starting to make the shots that they were dinging earlier on. And then more you saw on the side of Dragon Slayers, a bit of the opposite, right? Where they started hot. They started to just like out of the barrel of a gun, it seemed like in round 1. Just zipper lining and making plays happen over and over, but then kind of lost the steam a little bit as it went on. So just a tale, not 2 halves so much, a tale of 3 rounds though, and definitely a unique story in each one of those.
Yep, and you can see Cat also demanding the points right now while we fight Palidore. So I'm not sure how prepared you are for a fight, but if I were you, I'd definitely cough up those points.
Never. I'm not a fighter. You guys should know that. I'm all about the what's the phrase? I can't think of it. But you know,
Cat, I'm up for a fight, mate. Come get me, mate. Macca's car park. You know the place.
I'm all about the good vibes, the vibe and eggs. You know, I'm about those. That's all.
The vibe and eggs.
The vibe and eggs. Yeah, and the cranberry juice. Pam. Yeah. Dr. Pepper no more apparently for now. For now.
Oh, really? Okay, so what has inspired the change from the regular Dr. Pepper to the cranberry?
I don't know. Tastes good. That's it.
But you get like 50 flavors in Dr. Pepper. What's going on?
You know, part of me wants to blame the Redshift LAN a bit for reasons. Anyways, nonetheless, I like cranberry now as a point.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a good game.
Yeah,
in any
definitely.
case.
100%. I mean, if chat also wants to know about this one, coming up soon is Divinity against Cadmon. And I mean, these 2 teams that we just saw now, Dragon Slayers and Invictus, first game against each other, and that is the same situation here for Divinity and Cadmon as well. So, you know, these games with these teams opening up against each other is always a pleasure to watch, always a pleasure to cast. So definitely stay tuned for that one. It will be occurring in about an hour or so, an hour and a half, I believe, or something along the lines of that from now. Hour and a bit.
Mr. Pam, have you just committed me to a cast I didn't sign up for yet?
What? Wait. I think I might have misinterpreted the DMs. I heard there's one in an hour and another in a 3. Okay.
I'm just giving you junk. We're going to cast that, so we'll be here in an hour. Don't worry.
Okay.
It was a plan.
Okay, I'm sorry. You pressured me.
Yeah, well, I'll be awake enough, definitely, for at least another one in an hour. So that'll be fun for sure. Get one more cast in tonight. Divinity Cadmon looks like. Oh, hey, there's a mosquito, aka a Mozzie.
Hey.
Yeah.
Throwback.
Indeed. I want to throw that one back. It's been biting me last week. I feel like it's not pleasant. It's been raining here, Pam. And I live in
Has it
Arizona.
been
It doesn't
raining?
happen. I don't get it.
Raining in Arizona.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. What a
Yeah.
world we live in.
Rained like 2 days this week. But anyway. So yes, we will be back for that. I do see the Equilibrium Leviathan. I can't commit to that one yet. That's a bit late. I might be awake. I might not be. So you'll have to ask me that after our next cast in an hour and 15 minutes, and I might be able to give you an answer. Because yeah, over here, it's only 10:43 p.m. That Leviathan Equilibrium match would be at 2 a.m. So we'll see. I am a night owl. We'll see.
We will see. And hopefully we will see you guys in this next game. So huge thank you to everybody in the chat there. Wanted Team Man, Cam, Jam, Cat, Gawky. Gotta love everybody stopping by. A huge amount of people that were here earlier as well. So yeah, again, huge thank you, shout out to you guys, and hope to see you in the next one.
Yeah, and shout out Wonder, by the way. Pen is mightier than the sword. Yeah, along those lines. That's a good one to go with. Thank you for
A
finishing.
blunt sword, but
A what sword?
a blunt sword.
I thought
Mightier
it
than a
said
blunt sword.
a blood sword.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I mean, that's the extreme reverse of what I was saying, but either or.
Indeed, either or. Indubitably. Sorry, reference from earlier stream. Me and Dimly. Anyways, PAMWOW. Any last words, or shall I end it now? We'll be back in like an hour and 15.
Yeah, no, I've said what I gotta said. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, wait, no, you have one more shout out to get to. Looks like I'm gonna let you do that real
Oh,
quick.
I got one more shout out. Pam, where's my shout to you out? Really awesome in the chat there. Huge shout out to Really Awesome. Check him out. I'm not sure if whatever he does. Check him out.
Yeah, check you out. Check my Caesar salad out. Anyways, this got random. I've been Palidore. That's been PAMWOW. That's been my Caesar salad, doing a great job on the cast and cams. Be happy, healthy, safe. Be good to each other. We're gonna see you again in 1 hour, 15 minutes. Goodbye.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.